Hi, my name is Fong Holland and my disease is bacterial conjunctivitis. Bacterial conjunctivitis can be caused by many different types of bacteria such as Staphylococcus aureus, Streptococcus pneumoniae, and the Haemophilus species. Staphylococcus aureus is the most common. Classification. Domain is bacteria, kingdom Eubacteria, phylum Firmicutes, class Cocci, genus Staphylococcus, and species Staphylococcus aureus. Staph aureus is spherical, also known as cocci, each about 1 micron in diameter. They can appear as pairs, short change, or bunch grape-like clusters measuring about 6 to 8 microns. They are translucent with a smooth surface, gram-positive, non-motile, and non-spore forming. They reproduce asexually by binary fusion. Most are harmless, but some strains produce a highly heat-stable protein that causes illnesses. The Latin translation means golden cluster seed because of its yellow color and the fact that it clusters together, also known as golden staph and Orostaphera. They are facultatively anaerobic, meaning it can make ATP by aerobic respiration if oxygen is present, but is capable of switching to fermentation or anaerobic respiration if oxygen is absent. Their virulence factors include enzymes that prevent breakdown and help them to spread, and toxins that causes specific diseases. There are a number of enzymes that they produce. How are humans affected? Staph aureus is everywhere. About 25 to 30% of the human population have Staph aureus on their skin, hair follicles, inside their nose, and upper respiratory tract. Most of Staph aureus is harmless but can cause minor to serious skin infections, such as boils, pimples with or without pus, cellulitis, impetigo, and the infections can become abscesses, red, swollen, and painful. This is a picture of impetigo that occurs mostly in kids, and a picture of cellulitis. How are humans affected? Staph aureus becomes pathogenic when it invades deeper into the body, into wounds, lungs, bloodstreams, bones, joints, and heart. It's referred to as a staph infection. It can cause severe pneumonia, food poisoning, toxic shock syndrome, blood poisoning, can cause MRSA infections, which makes it resistant to a lot of antibiotics. Staph aureus can be pathogenic to dogs, cats, horses, and other animals. Mainly occurs after operations and through wound infections. Also causes mastitis in dairy cows. How does it affect the environment? People who have been infected with Staph aureus or MRSA shed it from their nose, feces, and skin and can therefore end up in municipal water. Municipal water is then treated, recycled, and used for landscaping, irrigation, and such, exposing more people to Staph aureus and MRSA. It can spread from the hospital setting to the home or school setting without proper disinfection and hand hygiene. Disinfectants are available in stores. Bacterial conjunctivitis is an infection or inflammation of the eye's mucous membrane, specifically the conjunctiva, the transparent lubricating mucous membrane that covers the eye. How does the infection occur? When the eye is covered with normal flora such as Staphylococcus. When there is a change in the host defense, bactericidal or species infection can occur. Changes in the flora from contamination such as swimming or contact lenses, the use of antibiotics, or the spread of bacteria by eye rubbing can also cause conjunctivitis, or a disruption in the eye's defense mechanism, such as the tear film or lacrimation and blinking. Signs and symptoms of bacterial conjunctivitis: increased sensitivity to light, the whites of the eye appear red or pink, purulent yellow-green discharge, and crusting and gluing of the eyelid, itchiness, irritation, grittiness feeling in the eye, increased tearing, eyelid edema, associated with symptoms of respiratory or ear infection. Features of Staph aureus infection. It is more common in adults. Bacterial conjunctivitis from Staph aureus is generally milder infection compared to a gram-negative bacterial infection. Symptoms of staph infection include pus, boils, or abscesses, usually with pain and tenderness in the area. Distribution of the disease. Bacterial conjunctivitis is common worldwide among all groups and ages and races. It is very contagious. A few infected people can and have caused epidemics in several cities of India, Asian countries, Cuba, and Egypt. In 2006, the epidemic occurred in Brazil and over 200,000 people were affected. Thailand's Bureau of Epidemiology has reported nearly 50,000 bacterial conjunctivitis cases from January 2016 through May 2016. In the United States, there's an estimated 135 cases per 10,000 people. However, it is actually so common that many cases are not reported or misdiagnosed. Staphylococcus aureus is found everywhere. It is commonly found on the skin, respiratory tract, in the nose, groin, axillae, perineal areas, mucous membranes, hair, intestinals, and mammary glands of even healthy individuals. They can also be found in the environment from recycled wastewater and animals. Transmission is by contact with purulent secretions, skin contact with infected people or infected area. This bacteria can survive on dry surfaces, increasing the chances of transmission. Treatment. The majority of bacterial conjunctivitis cases would clear up in 7 to 14 days without any medical treatment. Antibiotic eye drops, ointments, or pills can speed up the healing and clear up the symptoms and signs in just a few days. It is important to finish antibiotics as prescribed to keep infections from returning. Inflammation and dryness can be relieved with cold compresses and artificial tears. And stop wearing contact lenses until the infection is cleared and with doctor approval. Prevention. Hand hygiene. Always wash your hands. Avoid close contact with those who are infected. It is very contagious as long as the infection is active, and avoid touching their belongings such as pillowcases, eye drops, and glasses. Avoid touching or rubbing eyes with unwashed hands. Store and clean contact lenses properly. Remember, bacterial conjunctivitis is very contagious and always try to avoid it if you can. Thank you.